What's up everybody, Nate here from Out of the Basement, bringing you a brand new action figure review today from Star Wars The Black Series. We're taking a look at the latest Gaming Greats figure, and that is the now rebranded and slightly repainted Imperial Rocket Trooper from Star Wars Battlefront 2. Now there's definitely a lot of things I'm going to nitpick about this figure right out of the gate, even starting with the actual name of the figure, because the original figure was referred to as the Imperial Jump Trooper. Now, this has been changed to the Imperial Rocket Trooper, although it is, again, just a repaint and also does not include a rocket launcher. So I'm not quite sure why they felt the need to change the name on this figure when it is exactly the same as the original, and I'll show you them side by side later on. But, of course, let's just take a quick look at the package. We've got the Gaming Greats logo right there, which looks very nice. On the side here, of course, we've got the picture of the figure. On the back of the box, of course, we've got the bio here. It is number 1 in the Gaming Greats subline. And then, of course, here is a larger image of the side art there. Barcode on the bottom, nothing else on the top. Of course, we've got the other logo right there. But let's go ahead. We're going to just jump right into this figure, get it open, take a look at the accessory, and then, of course, the figure. All right, and starting out here, of course, we get the E11 blaster. This is the super old mold of the E11 from the Black Series there. You can tell because it's got the little nub on the end. And this time around, it is just mostly black plastic. They do give us a little bit of silver right there, but as you can see, when compared to the original release of the blaster, they are different here. The original doesn't have the silver paint, but it does have a silver dry brush to it. But of course, we've seen this mold 50 million times. It looks good to me. I still like it. So let's just go ahead and take a look at the figure. Alright, and here is the Imperial Rocket Trooper out of the packaging, and even though I am nitpicking this figure to death, I still think it looks pretty good. And when I mentioned repaint earlier, I should have said less paint, because that really is what this particular figure is. However, it still works for this figure because it is technically a different rank. But let's go ahead, we'll get him off the stand and take a closer look at those details. Alright, and here we are. So right off the bat, if we go ahead and just do a quick side-by-side of the original figure here, you can see how the paint does vary between the two. This one, of course, has a yellow stripe and yellow paint in the mouth grill. This one has the gray paint, and of course, there you go. That's the biggest difference between the two, is the one shoulder pad. Other than that, it's the exact same figure. Oh, and I guess the tube color is different too. The original is black and the new one is gray, so very minor differences between the two figures here. But just jumping back into this figure, of course this is the original Stormtrooper body, which isn't bad. Of course it is outdated, and I definitely think the new body is better, but I still do enjoy this one. I think it looks fine, although it definitely is a little bit skinny, but still, I like posing the original body, and I will still accept Stormtroopers on this body, because I know we all thought that it was going to go away for forever, but we should have known better. Of course, we've got the Imperial logos on both shoulders here. Taking a look at the jetpack on the back, you can still see that it has the little like thruster burn marks there, which is a very nice touch. The backpack is removable. However, I don't believe the air tubes are, so they don't really feel like it. So it's kind of an odd feature there. Of course, the weapon storage is right here, which is something that the new Stormtrooper figures lack. And just taking a look at the legs here, of course. We've seen this body a million times. It's really just a different head and the different shoulder pads and the jetpack that set this figure apart. But yeah, I mean, I still really like it. I'm always happy to add another trooper to my ranks. Okay, so now that we have seen the details here, let's go ahead and just run through the articulation real quick. We all pretty much know what we're getting out of this figure, but here we go. So for the head, he can look up about that far, which isn't too bad. Considering that the helmet does have some extra bulk to it. It is just on a ball peg there. Looking down, you do get some decent range there, which is very important for a character who has a jetpack. You can rotate the head side to side, but of course you can't move it all the way around due to the tubes, and you do get side to side. As far as the shoulders go here, this is about what you're looking at fresh out of package here. Probably could get a little bit more range out of it if it was heated up. As you can see, the one shoulder is definitely higher than the other one, so These shoulder pads do slide up on the armor just fine, so they don't really inhibit the articulation too much. Rotation here of the arm, of course. We do have the bicep swivel here and the double jointed elbow that gives you more than 90 degrees. The inclusion of a trigger finger hand and its rotation, of course, and it does have the vertical. And on the other hand, we do get another slight trigger finger hand, which could also just double as a gripping hand, and this one has the horizontal hinge. As far as a crunch is concerned, this is what you're looking at forward here, so not very much at all. Would definitely like to see that a little bit better. And going back, it's not much different there. Of course, you do get rotation and side to side out of it, so there is still some posability there as well. Moving on to the leg here, you can see that you do get a really nice range out of it. Of course, you have to utilize the thigh swivel here, but that is a tremendous kick forward. The figure can also kick back really far. The splits range is actually pretty dang good on here as well. And then moving back here, we have the double knee. And finally down to the feet here, you can see they move all the way down and they move up very far, and he does have peg holes and ankle pivot. So of course, we knew what to expect with this figure. We've been used to this Stormtrooper body for many, many, many years, so there's absolutely no surprises with this guy. However, I still do think that the articulation is pretty good. It's pretty good. Still holds up in my book. So now that we've got that out of the way, we're going to go ahead and set the Rocket Trooper back here, and we will do some comparisons. And right off the bat, we have the original Black Series Jump Trooper and the Gaming Greats Stormtrooper Commander. Then we've got the Blue Line Sand Trooper and the 2020 Stormtrooper. Then moving into some model kit action, of course, we have the Scarif Stormtrooper, which I believe is customized to the Captain look. I think it's the one that there isn't a Black Series figure for. Then we have the Shadow Stormtrooper model kit as well. And finally, last but not least, we have the SH Figuarts Tank Pilot Commander and the Mafex First Order Stormtrooper. Alright, so there you have it. There was a quick look at the brand new Gaming Greats Imperial Rocket Trooper. This figure I would definitely label as something that is not really essential to your collection, but if you are a trooper collector, I would definitely recommend picking it up. You always need to flesh out the ranks of the Imperial Army, so there you go. That is my review. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like on this video. Subscribe if you are new. We're always talking about Star Wars The Black Series here on the channel. Of course, I'm Nate from Out of the Basement. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.